Hi there, this is Chris here from my channel. Today is actually October 24th of 2015. I'm not gonna do anything special today because we're gonna do something a little bit different. Probably there will be no opening and closing titles or whatever, the opening and closing bumpers, whatever I'm gonna show you guys. This is for the video that I'm going to show you just to give you a little bit of respect here. As for those of you who have not heard, or you've probably recognized, or if you probably remember, if you don't know, Maureen O'Hara, one of the legendary actresses who was in films like this, died recently at the age of 95. She passed away. I looked it up on the article, and yes, she was one of the greatest beloved actress of all time, and you know, she was in a lot of great movies that she did over the years. Yes, I just want to say, yeah, I used to love Maureen O'Hara. I like her when she was in films like this. You know what? She was born in 1920 in Ireland. She was not in the U.S. It was in Ireland. She was a redheaded actress. You know, she was redheaded. And yeah, she was in a lot of great films over the years. He was in tons of films. You know, yep, she was in a lot of great films. She was also starred with John Wayne, and you know, John Wayne's one of my favorite actors of all time. You know, he was one of his best friend. You know, one of her best friend. She was in a movie together they did with The Quiet Man, and yep, and he first starred in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, not like Disney's animated movie, whatever they did in 1996. I think she died of illness. I'm not sure I don't know. She died in her sleep. Yep. Yeah, she died peacefully in her sleep at 95 years old. Well, it's been 95 years. That's right. She was actually how old she was, but yeah, that was the one. That happened probably the only time I can remember that, because I saw her in a lot of great films. You know, over the years, she was in a ton of films. How Green Was My Valley, and she was in a lot of great movies she did over the years. From Miracle on 34th Street, that was the best holiday movie ever. She was in The Spanish Main. She was in Father Was a Fullback. Sitting Pretty was a comedy. Foxes of Harrow, and this is one of the best. I think Maureen O'Hara was pretty good. And you know, the list goes on and on for over the years. I have seen. There was one movie I remember was the film from 1961 for Disney, and this was the only time she did was the original Parent Trap, not the 1998 remake that starred Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, but that was a. I actually remember the original Parent Trap when it was a pretty good movie. It was a funny film with co-star Brian Keith. You know, Brian Keith went on to do television at the time when he did the what they call Family Affair, was back in the 1960s. Well, he did, but I'll have to give you a list of it in IMDb. According to the IMDb. The last film that she did was, I think she was the last film she did was a television movie called The Last Dance back in 2000, and Only the Lonely was the last film she did with Maureen O'Hara. I think she did was in 1991, and this was the last time she did in the movie, but. Look how many movies he did over the years. If you go a list of films, look what the other look how many movies that she did with a lot. She does a lot of movies. And yes, she was there, but at the time, it was a lot of good movies. You can look at the list of them on IMDb, and that is very nice. And she did a great job with a lot of great films. You know, there you go. I just want to say so. It's Maureen O'Hara. And just one more thing I can do, but what about that? So, what about Maureen O'Hara in one of the tapes I have? Well, there it is. I'm going to show you what it is. These are my film collections. You can tell this is a Okay, I just want to show you guys one thing. These are all my two movies that she was in, that movie, because of Maureen O'Hara's passing. So we're going to start off with this one film. Let's turn the light on for a bit. Here he is. The first one I show you, The Parent Trap. This is the original Parent Trap from 1961, but not the remake like I mentioned. It was with Lindsay Lohan. The original was actually a comedy from Disney, and I got this tape many years back, back around 97, 98, whatever year they call it. Yes, this is where she was in the movie as Maggie, Maggie McCormick or whatever this is, as a character named Maggie in the film. Yep, she played the mother as Maggie in the film, but co-starred Haley Mills. And for those of you wondering, this is actually a very good comedy, but yeah. It's like I mentioned it. Here's the print date is actually November 26, 1998. I'm not going to go into the detail here because this film was pretty nice, but it's a funny film, and this was the only time that she appeared in the original Parent Trap. It's a very good film. If you have not seen it, go check it out. Yeah. Poor Maureen O'Hara. She did a great job of playing Maggie in the film, and this was her only time she did in a Disney film. And the last one I gotta show you, this is a reel-to-reel tape, which I recorded it myself off the computer. This is actually recorded on a Scotch reel-to-reel tape. And these are 2 episodes from the Lux Radio Theater, if you recognize this. This is Miracle on 34th Street with Maureen O'Hara from 1948. Back with It's a Wonderful Life from 1947. This was a year after the movie was made, and then Miracle on 34th Street was from 1948. It was a year after the film was released. And, they made a radio adaptation out of it. I used to have that on tape, the cassette tape. It was actually Radio Spirits. I got this since 98 or 99, whatever I call it. I listened to it. It was like, that's a pretty good, interesting show. Here's the tape itself. It's got, it plays good, but it looks pretty nice for your collection, I guess. These are all the stuff that I have because of her passing of Maureen O'Hara. Yeah, this is a very nice collection. If you have not seen it, this is a real treat for you. So to close out, and by the way, I have the original Miracle on 34th Street, which is in my DVD collection, which I have it here. So I'm going to show you once again. There it is. This is the as you can see, there it is. This is Miracle on 34th Street. This is the DVD cover. I used to have it on DVD. I actually got rid of it, and of course now I have it. I have it on digital somewhere because it's in my my flash drive as under the file Christmas. Yeah, it's got a bunch of holiday movies and specials on them, but yeah, it's on the list. It's on my hard drive. It's in my memory stick. It's in my flash drive in order to watch it, so I had to watch this on file. So there you go. This is one of the greatest holiday films of all time, and it became a holiday movie every year. For every Christmas, I can watch Miracle on 34th Street because of Maureen O'Hara, and it actually also starred Natalie Wood in her movie debut. She appeared in a lot of her movies right up until Meteor in 1979, which was a pretty disappointed movie. And this is actually a great film. This was Natalie Wood and George Payne and Ed McGuinn. It was one of the greatest movie stars in one of the best holiday movies ever made. I know there was also a 1973 television remake, which I never cared for. I watched it once back in the late 90s, whatever. I know it's like it's a decent television movie, but from 1973, it was like, ugh, that's bad. Yeah, it's probably the worst ones. I think the 1994 version was okay. That also featured Mara Wilson and the other ones. But I actually remember the 94 remake, but it looks okay, but it's kind of decent. Both of these movies were pretty decent at that one because I think I could stick with the original, but the original is a classic, but it's every year, the holiday season, and I actually love this movie for the best ones. So, there you go. That's all we got for my Maureen O'Hara collections because I don't have not much to say about Maureen O'Hara movie actress in my collection. So maybe I'll come across one day until I have to find another Maureen O'Hara film. But there were videos up on YouTube. If you want to see a better film on YouTube, you should see it had in honor of Maureen O'Hara's passing. There's a bunch of them right up there. Yes, it says it has Deadly Companions, the full film, and of course there's The Redhead of Wyoming, Kangaroo, the Australian story. There's a lot of great movies you have to watch, but there's a couple of them. But yeah, this The Rare Breed. There were clips from it. And then it's Lady Godiva. There's like every single film that Maureen O'Hara ever starred in this film. But you can take your pick or whatever this one is. So there you go. That was my condolence to Maureen O'Hara. This is we pay tribute to her. So as for Maureen O'Hara, may she rest in peace. And I would say thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. And once again, may Maureen O'Hara rest in peace. We'll miss you.